Let me start with a strange idea. Sometimes being too honest is the very thing holding you back. Now, that might sound shocking because all your life you've been told, always be honest. Say exactly what you feel. Speak your mind. But here's a question worth thinking about. Is saying everything you think always wise? Is telling every truth you feel always helpful? Successful people learn something very important. They learn the difference between honesty and wisdom because raw honesty without discipline can destroy opportunities. It can damage relationships. It can close doors. It can turn small problems into big ones. You see, life is not just about telling the truth. It's about understanding timing, understanding people, understanding when to speak and when to stay silent. Because words are powerful tools. Used wisely, they build trust. They build influence. They build success. Used carelessly, they destroy all three. Think about it. How many opportunities have been lost because someone spoke without thinking? How many relationships have been broken because someone chose blunt honesty over thoughtful wisdom? The truth is simple. Winning in life requires more than honesty. It requires self-control. The discipline to pause before speaking, the discipline to think before reacting, the discipline to choose your words carefully. You see, successful people understand something powerful. Not every thought needs to be spoken, not every truth needs to be shared immediately, and not every opinion needs to be heard. Sometimes the smartest thing you can say is nothing at all, because in life, wisdom beats impulsiveness, strategy beats emotion, and thoughtful silence often beats careless honesty. So today, we're going to explore a powerful idea, an idea that could change the way you communicate, the way you think, and the way you succeed. The idea is simple, but profound. Stop being brutally honest and start being intelligently wise. Because winning in life is not just about telling the truth. It's about knowing what truth to say, when to say it, and how to say it. And once you learn that lesson, you begin to unlock a whole new level of influence, opportunity, and success. Let's take a moment and think about honesty. Honesty, it's a word we hear all our lives. It's praised in schools, celebrated in families, and held up as a virtue in every corner of society. Be honest. Tell the truth. Always speak what you feel. And yet, life is not that simple. Because honesty, when misunderstood, can be dangerous. Yes, dangerous. Now, I'm not saying you should lie. Not at all. What I'm saying is this. There is a difference between being honest and being wise. Think about it. A man goes to his boss and says, "Your idea is terrible. It will never work." Is that honesty? Sure. Is that wise? Absolutely not. Honesty without wisdom is reckless. It is like giving a loaded gun to a child. The intention may be good, but the result can be harmful. Many people think honesty means saying everything that comes to mind, sharing every feeling, revealing every thought, revealing every opinion. And in the moment, it may feel good. It may feel righteous. It may feel noble. But life is not about feeling good. Life is about results. Life is about relationships. Life is about influence. Think about your closest relationships. Would it help if you always said exactly what you thought? Would it help if you pointed out every flaw you noticed? Would it help if you expressed every criticism that popped into your head? Probably not. Sometimes the truth needs to be handled carefully. Sometimes the truth needs to be softened. Sometimes the truth should be delayed because honesty without judgment, without timing, without empathy can burn bridges. And burned bridges cannot be rebuilt easily. Here's another way to see it. Imagine a friend comes to you for advice. They are struggling with something deeply personal, and you tell them everything you honestly feel without considering how it might affect them. Yes, you are being honest. But are you helping? Are you serving them? Or are you simply unloading your thoughts without thought for the consequences? This is the dangerous misunderstanding of honesty. Too many people confuse honesty with the right thing to do. Too many people confuse honesty with virtue. Too many people believe that saying the truth exactly as they see it is always the right choice. But life and winning in life is more nuanced. You see, honesty is a tool, and like any tool, it must be used correctly. A hammer is powerful, but if you strike the wrong nail, you can destroy what you were trying to build. Words are the same. Honest words, when used carelessly, can destroy trust, can destroy opportunity, can destroy relationships. And the worst part is, you may not even realize it. You may leave a meeting thinking, "I was just honest. I said what I felt. I spoke the truth." But the truth is, you may have caused damage. Damage that cost you influence. Damage that cost you credibility. Damage that cost you progress. Let me be very clear. Honesty is not the enemy. Wisdom is the solution. Understanding when and how to speak the truth is what separates successful people from everyone else. Successful people know that life is about more than honesty. It's about strategy. It's about timing. It's about influence. They understand that not every thought needs to be voiced, Not every truth needs to be expressed immediately. Not every opinion needs to be shared. They pause. They reflect. They think before speaking. And in doing so, they protect relationships, build trust, and create opportunities. Here's the hard truth. Brutal honesty, unchecked honesty, is often a shortcut to failure. It may feel good in the moment. It may feel satisfying. It may even make you feel righteous. But in the long run, it erodes your influence. It closes doors. It damages your reputation. And the ironic thing is, people often mistake this honesty for courage. They say, "I'm just being honest." But real courage, real strength is knowing when to speak, knowing how to speak, knowing what to say and what to withhold. It takes self-control. It takes discipline. It takes reflection. It takes maturity. Because life rewards those who are honest and wise. Not just honest, not just blunt, not just raw. Winning in life, winning in business, winning in relationships requires thoughtful honesty. It requires understanding. It requires empathy. It requires strategy. And when you learn this skill, when you master this art, your honesty becomes a weapon for influence, a tool for building trust, a bridge to opportunities. And that, my friend, is the difference between honesty that holds you back and wisdom that propels you forward. So here's the takeaway. Being honest is easy. Being wise is hard. Most people stop at honesty. Few people go further to wisdom. But if you want to win in life, if you want to achieve more, if you want to influence, inspire, and succeed, you must learn the difference. You must choose your words carefully. You must temper your honesty with thoughtfulness. And you must speak with purpose, not just with truth, because life rewards the wise, not just the honest. And that is where winning begins. Let's continue this thought. Honesty, as noble as it seems, is not always helpful. There is a difference between raw honesty and wisdom, and that difference determines whether your words build or whether they break. Raw honesty is saying everything that comes to your mind without pause, without thought, without strategy. It's speaking truth without context. It's giving feedback without empathy. It's unloading your opinion without considering the consequences, and the result is often destructive. Have you ever seen someone honest in a meeting, and suddenly the room becomes tense? Opportunities vanish. Relationships are strained. Trust is broken. Raw honesty can be brutal. It can be cruel. It can burn bridges even if you think you are doing the right thing. Now contrast that with wisdom. Wisdom knows that timing matters. Wisdom knows that delivery matters. Wisdom knows that people's feelings, perspectives, and circumstances matter. A wise person might say, "I see a problem here. Let's work together to find a solution." The words are honest, but they are carefully chosen. They serve a purpose. They create results. That is the difference. You see, honesty without wisdom is like shouting in a storm. It draws attention, but it doesn't guide anyone anywhere. Wisdom, on the other hand, is like a lantern in the dark. It lights the path. It shows direction. It inspires movement. Here's the key lesson. Not every truth must be told. Not every opinion must be expressed. Not every criticism must be shared. Raw honesty says people need to know everything. Wisdom says people need to know what will help them grow. And that is a subtle but powerful distinction. Consider this. Two people face the same situation. Both notice a flaw. The first person practicing raw honesty blurts it out immediately. "This is wrong. This will fail." The second person, guided by wisdom, chooses their words carefully. I noticed a potential challenge here. Let's explore a solution together. Both statements are honest, but only the second one is effective. Only the second one moves the situation forward. Only the second one builds trust and influence. Life, business, and relationships reward wisdom. They reward thoughtful honesty. They reward the ability to communicate truth in a way that solves problems rather than creating them. Here's another point. Wisdom also recognizes the value of silence. Sometimes the most powerful honesty is knowing not to speak. Not every thought requires a response. Not every observation requires commentary. Raw honesty rarely pauses. It rarely reflects. It rarely considers the outcome. Wisdom pauses. It reflects. It chooses the right moment, the right words, and the right audience. And when used correctly, this kind of honesty transforms your influence. It strengthens relationships. It opens doors. It creates opportunities you never imagined. So the question you must ask yourself is simple. Do you want to be honest, or do you want to win? Because winning in life, in business, in relationships, requires more than honesty. It requires wisdom. It requires strategy. It requires timing. Be honest, yes, but be smart about it. Be thoughtful. Be intentional. Raw honesty is easy. Wisdom takes effort, and the effort is worth it. When you speak with wisdom, your words become tools. When you speak with care, your honesty becomes influence. When you choose your moments wisely, your truth becomes power. And that is the essence of winning. Being honest is not enough. To succeed, you must be honest and wise because life does not reward blunt truth. Life rewards strategic, thoughtful, purpose-driven honesty. Master this skill, and you begin to win in ways you never imagined. Now let's talk about the other side of this idea. The rewards that come when you stop being brutally honest and start practicing thoughtful, strategic honesty. You see, life doesn't punish honesty. Life punishes carelessness. Life punishes impulsiveness. Life punishes words that are spoken without thought. When you choose to pause, when you choose to think, when you choose wisdom over raw honesty, you begin to see something remarkable. Doors start to open that were previously closed. People begin to trust you more. Opportunities appear in places where conflict once stood. Let me explain. When you speak with strategy with purpose, you stop creating unnecessary friction. Relationships become smoother. Conversations become productive. Negotiations become easier. Why? Because people feel respected. People feel understood. People feel that you are not just honest for honesty's sake, but honest to help, to guide, to build. And this respect, this trust is priceless. Think about a business setting. The person who blurts out every opinion may seem brave, but the person who chooses words carefully, who observes first, then speaks, who frames honesty with insight, wins influence. They gain allies. They gain support. It is not about hiding truth. It is about presenting truth in a way that achieves results. And the rewards don't stop with work. They extend to your personal life. Family relationships improve. Friendships deepen, your reputation strengthens. People begin to seek your advice. They listen when you speak. They respect your perspective. That respect is earned not by speaking every thought, but by speaking the right thought at the right time. And here is another reward, peace of mind. When you stop rushing to speak every truth, you stop creating unnecessary conflicts. You stop saying things you later regret. You stop draining your energy on battles that don't matter. Your mind becomes clearer, your focus sharper, your confidence stronger. There is also a subtle reward that many overlook. When you are strategically honest, you begin to shape your influence. You begin to guide situations instead of reacting to them. You begin to lead rather than argue. You begin to inspire rather than provoke. And that is the reward of mastery over words. You see, success is not just about what you do. It's about how you communicate. It's about how you influence. It's about the relationships you build. Raw honesty, uncontrolled honesty can sabotage all of that, but disciplined, thoughtful honesty can amplify your success. It can create opportunities. It can transform your relationships. It can elevate your life. The reward is clear. More influence, more trust, more opportunities, more respect, more peace, more control over your life. And here's the beautiful part. These rewards compound over time. A single conversation carefully thought out, a single moment of restraint, a single choice to replace blunt honesty with wisdom can lead to weeks, months, and years of stronger relationships, bigger opportunities, and a life that feels purposeful and successful. So if you want to win in life, if you want doors to open, people to respect you, and opportunities to flow, start practicing this habit today. Pause before you speak. Consider the impact of your words. Choose wisdom over raw honesty, and you will begin to see that life rewards those who are strategic with their truth. Because the truth, when delivered wisely, is not just heard, it is respected, it is followed. It is powerful, and that, my friend, is the reward of stopping brutal honesty and choosing wisdom instead. Now that we've explored the dangers of raw honesty and the rewards of being wisely restrained with your words, let's talk about the sweet spot. How do you speak honestly and still win in life? It begins with a simple principle. Intention matters more than volume. You see, being honest isn't about saying everything you think. It's about saying the right thing at the right time in the right way. Here's what that looks like in practice. 1. Pause before speaking. The first step is to give yourself a moment. Before responding, ask, will this truth serve the situation? Will it build or will it break? This pause creates power. It turns impulsiveness into strategy, and it turns honesty into influence. 2. Frame your honesty with care. Words have weight. Even the truth can feel like a hammer if delivered carelessly. Instead of saying, this is wrong, you failed. Try saying, I noticed a challenge here. Let's work on a solution together. Both statements are honest, but one opens doors while the other closes them. 3. Align honesty with purpose. Ask yourself, what is my purpose in speaking this truth? Am I trying to help, to guide, to improve a situation? Or am I speaking to vent, to prove a point, to satisfy my ego? When honesty is purposeful, it becomes constructive. It becomes respected. It becomes powerful. 4. Use empathy as your guide. Consider the person receiving your words. Think about how they feel. Think about how they will respond. Wisdom says truth must be delivered in a way they can accept, not just in a way I want to speak it. This simple shift transforms honesty from confrontation into connection. 5. Know when silence speaks louder than words. Sometimes the most honest action is no action at all. Holding back does not make you dishonest. It makes you wise. Silence allows reflection. Silence prevents conflict. Silence can even communicate more than words ever could. When you combine these principles, honesty stops being a risk. It stops being a weapon. It becomes a tool for influence, respect, and growth. Think about successful leaders, entrepreneurs, and mentors you admire. They are rarely brutally honest. They are rarely impulsive. They are strategic. They are purposeful. They speak truth, but always with wisdom. And here's the reward. People listen. People respect. People trust. Doors open. Opportunities grow. Relationships strengthen. Your words begin to carry weight, not because you dominate conversation, but because you deliver truth with integrity and intelligence. Speaking honestly while still winning in life is not natural for most people. It takes practice. It takes discipline. It takes reflection. But the more you practice, the more second nature it becomes. Your honesty no longer alienates. Your honesty no longer offends. Your honesty begins to create trust, create influence, create success. Honesty is powerful, but only when it is paired with wisdom. Only when it is paired with timing. Only when it is paired with purpose. Master this art. And you don't just speak honestly, you win honestly. Because life does not reward blunt truth. Life rewards truth delivered with strategy, empathy, and intention. And that, my friend, is how you speak honestly and still win in life. Now, we arrive at the heart of the matter. You've learned about the dangers of raw honesty. You've seen how wisdom and strategy can transform the way you speak. You've discovered the rewards of pausing, reflecting, and choosing your words carefully. Now, let's talk about the ultimate advantage, strategic honesty. The kind of honesty paired with wisdom, timing, and purpose gives you a power no one else can take away. It is an advantage in business, an advantage in relationships, an advantage in life itself. Because when you master strategic honesty, people trust you. Opportunities seek you out. Influence comes naturally. And here's why. The world is full of people who speak without thinking. The world is full of people who blur the line between honesty and rudeness. The world is full of people who destroy relationships with careless words. But when you speak honestly, strategically, thoughtfully, you stand out. People notice, people respect, people want to work with you, people want to follow you. Think of it as a kind of social currency. Words are your money. Invest them wisely, spend them carefully, save them for moments that matter, and the returns are extraordinary. Strategic honesty also gives you clarity and confidence. When you know you are speaking the truth, when you know you have chosen the right words, when you know you are acting with wisdom, you carry yourself differently. You walk differently. You feel differently. You no longer fear saying the wrong thing. You no longer regret speaking. You no longer leave opportunities on the table. Strategic honesty also builds long-term influence. Influence is not built overnight. Influence is built over years. It is built through consistency, integrity, and trust. Every conversation you have, every word you speak is a brick in the foundation of your influence. And when you combine honesty with wisdom, you build a foundation so strong, so reliable that people trust you, follow you, and seek your guidance. There is another subtle advantage. Strategic honesty cultivates respect from yourself. When you choose your words carefully, when you measure truth with wisdom, when you act with purpose, you begin to respect yourself more. You begin to feel empowered. You begin to see that success is not just about results. It's about how you show up in life. And this combination of self-respect, influence, and trust is what gives you the ultimate advantage. Life rewards those who speak truth with intelligence. Life rewards those who listen before responding. Life rewards those who build bridges rather than walls. So remember this, raw honesty can hurt. Brutal honesty can destroy. But strategic honesty, honesty paired with wisdom, honesty delivered with timing, honesty with purpose, elevates your life. It opens doors. It strengthens relationships. It creates opportunities. It builds trust. It cultivates influence. It rewards you with respect from others and from yourself. And the beauty is this advantage is yours if you choose it. It requires discipline. It requires patience. It requires reflection. But it is available to anyone willing to practice. So start today. Pause before speaking. Think before responding. Weigh your words with care. Deliver truth with purpose and watch as strategic honesty transforms your life. Because in the end, the greatest advantage you can have is not wealth. It's not luck. It's not talent. It is the ability to speak truth wisely and win honestly in every area of life. And that, my friend, is how strategic honesty elevates your life. As we bring this message to a close, pause for a moment and reflect. Think about your words. Think about your honesty. Think about the power and influence your words carry. Ask yourself this: am I speaking every truth because I have to, or am I speaking every truth because it serves a purpose? Life rewards those who are not only honest, but wisely honest. When you pause before speaking, when you choose your words with care, when you align truth with purpose, you build trust, you open doors, you create opportunities, you strengthen relationships, you gain influence, you earn respect from others and from yourself. The path to success is not just about what you say, it's about how you say it, it's about when you say it, it's about why you say it. Brutal honesty may feel righteous, but wisdom-driven honesty builds a life of power, purpose, and fulfillment. So start today. Think before you speak. Choose your words carefully. Speak with strategy. Speak with intention. Speak with purpose. Because the greatest victories in life come not from speaking every truth, but from speaking the right truths in the right way. Remember this: your words are your currency. Spend them wisely, invest them thoughtfully, and watch as your life elevates in ways you never imagined. Your influence, your success, your fulfillment all begin with strategic honesty. Speak wisely, win honestly, and live extraordinarily.